So India planned to develop the models. In initial stage, the focus in agriculture. In 1947, India got the independence. That times, India mainly focused on agriculture sectors. The first planning commissions. After that is the second the focus on industrializations. Here is the mainly the initial focus on the agriculture and industrializations was given the priority. The importance. The next one is the recurrent the famine. The experienced by the India pushed the import of the food grains. Import, not export. The import. The recurrent, the thought or ferments, the experienced by the India, the pushed for had to be mainly depend upon the import of food grains. Import. So now at that times, India not developed the agricultural sectors and industrializations. So depend upon the other countries. So they depend on the import of food grains, the foreign exchanges, the reserve could not permit open market purchase, could not permit the open market, the easy to movement. So permit open market purchase and the import of food grains. India had to pay to the food grains from the richest country. So going to the import of the richest countries for the food grains items. The countries of the concessional prices, concessional rate, or some of the price. The USA, the United States of America, they extend the assistance, the help through it's the public law, 480. The public law, the main is the United States. They extend the assistance through its public law 480. For example, PL, public law 480. The scheme to India during early 1960s. So for India, the mainly depend upon the other countries. After initial focus, the agriculture and the industrializations. So the growing the country, the populations growing. India is the second largest country in the world. First one is China. So the growing the country with the massive population, the populations was the perceived to be a potential candidate. For the revolution. For the revolutions, the perceived. The United States, the Americans, the administrative and philanthropic organizations, the United States and the United States administration and the philanthropic organization like the food production. The food productions, the formulation a plan to increase. How to the increase? Going to plan. So the plan to increase the food productions in the countries. So after that, they introduced in the HYV, the high yielding the varieties. So the food grains. First one is the wheat and rice. So these implementations only introduced in the few districts Only the availability of the irrigation facilities, the water supplies. After that is the success, the HYV, high yielding varieties of the seeds, the success of the food grains, the increase of the food grains, the implementations of the other district, implementations of the other districts. So the irrigation to assure that the result will vary, the increase and programs was extended the larger district, the other place. So some district after that. So the mainly for green revolutions introduced. The green revolutions they introduced. The green revolutions introduced in India. The India is got a self-sufficiency. The self-sufficient, the confident, the self-sufficiency of the food grains mainly for the after they introduced the green revolutions, India got the self-sufficiency for the wheat and rice. Wheat and rice. The mainly for the wheat and rice, the increase the food grains, the increase the food productions was made possible by an increase or cultivated with the HYV, high yield varieties of the seeds for the rice and wheat, and some other major crops also developed by the green revolution. For examples, the ragi, maize. So some cereal crops also is developed in the green revolutions. Area with the area under the food grains, under the food grains was a little more than, so little more than 98 million hectares during the early 1950s. The early of the 1950s, so only the 98 million hectares during the early 1950 million tons of for examples for the 1950s, the country was produced just 54 million tons food grains. Then with the average yield of food grains 547 kg per hectares. So 547 for hectares. So the early stage, the 1950s, so very little food grains are developed. After that, the green revolution is introduced. The increase of the food grains. So increase of the food grains in the average yield of food grains of 547 kg per hectares. The food grains, the food situations has steadily improved. They improved the overall field of the 65 years. So nearly the 65 years. So little the improved of the food grains. The food grains has steadily improved over a period of 65 years. The 122 million hectares with the increase of the five-fold increase in food grains production yield of the food grains has increased the fourfold between the time of the independence at present. At present, the independent and the at present times, fourfold of times the increase. So the the increase of the food grain productions. the introduction of the grain revolutions, the importance mainly for food production, wheat and rice, and some other major crops of the other crops of, for examples, maize and some other crops also.